What's up everybody, welcome back to McWick Crafts, and today we're going to be continuing our D&D character backstory series with the party's rogue, the Goliath Hazel. We're going to start with some spare foam pieces cut to fit our base, and then trim off the sharp edges to give it more of a natural hill look. And once those are secured, I did the light run with a butane torch to remove the small bits and make the whole thing more uniform. I then broke out the airbrush and started with a black primer coat, then doing progressively lighter shades of gray to give it a nice stone look. I also found these cool dollhouse flower pots to serve as braziers, and as always they were a bit too big, so I cut their heads off and gave them the same stone treatment. I later decided that the stone look was a bit too bland and gave it a bit more of a lush look, but we'll cover that in a little bit. While we cover the paint job, let's get into some of this backstory. Hazel hails from a clan of traveling merchant tribes that travel throughout the continent of Sindarin. Known for her skills as a trader and enforcer, Hazel was a well-respected member of her tribe. During one of the annual congregations of the full tribe, Hazel's group, and particularly her father, were slandered with an accusation of theft and embezzlement. This prompted Hazel to fight to defend her tribe's honor against their Goliath accuser. Once the paint job was done, I added some rocks for texture and then drilled the pilot holes for our lights to fit to the braziers. I then mixed up a bit of resin for the fires and crossed my fingers that the seal would hold. This is what we call foreshadow. Hazel battled her accuser with vigor, sure that she would overcome the maliciousness of the lie and prove her tribe's innocence. After a long and hard-fought battle, Hazel was defeated. Feeling as though she had shamed her tribe, she departed the group, vowing to take the shame of the accusation with her away from the tribe. With only a horse and a cart to her name, Hazel turned to the only craft she knew, which was trading. She took on the company name of Crow's Nest Shipping Company as a somewhat aspirational statement to the globe-trotting organization that she wished to establish in the future. I built some fences to close off our fighting pit from observers, and then did what I probably should have done a while ago and carved out some trenches for our wires underneath the base before securing them with some hot glue. I wanted all of the landscape bits on first to allow for some accumulation at the bottom of the fences and braziers to give it a bit of an aged and overgrown look. After the seal for one of the braziers failed, I, as a very silly goose, inadvertently poured the rest of the resin out of the second brazier while trying to clean up the first. After deciding I didn't want to waste any more resin, I decided to go with another approach. I started the flames off with a bead of hot glue and then added more as it cooled, teasing it out to form the flames. I then gave them both a coat of red with some orange and yellow dry brushing to finish off the fire. Once the fences were added, it was time to start with our terrain bits. screen in place and everything looking nice, I secured the battery housing with some glue and hot shrink, added our observers in so they could take a look, added our combatants, gave the sides a coat of black, and then it was time for some glamour shots. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you like this video, please click the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future builds. I have some fun stuff planned for once I wrap up the D&D character series, which only has a couple more to go, and I'm also considering doing some polls for my subscribers to see what you'd like to see in our future builds, so be sure to subscribe if you'd like to take part in that. We're actually just below the 100 subscriber mark, which I cannot thank you all enough for given how young this channel is. But that's going to be all for this one, so thank you again for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.